Righto, guys, we've just filmed episode 3. It'll come out on Wednesday. Go give that a listen when you can. I reckon it was one of our better ones out of the 3.
One of the not hard to pick from.
It hasn't. Look, a race is a race. It doesn't matter who you beat.
Exactly.
We're gonna revamp. So we started off this whole podcast thing. We had a tipping thing, but we both still work full time, and it's hard to get time to edit stuff and actually get into talk about it at the right start time. So we're not going to do too much tipping. We're just going to do a bit of sport talk.
Yeah.
We're going to talk some sport.
I love sport talk.
It's actually what I got, a little heading, sport talk.
Sport talk, love it. Put that in time was it? Time stamp it.
Time stamp it. 0.00 sport talk. I wanted to hit us off with, we won't be on it for long, and I don't think you have much to contribute, but there's something I love. I got KO, so you can go back and watch replays or anything.
Yeah.
Something I love to put on in the background, I just love watching it, is the PBR, Pro Bull Riding.
Pro Bull Riding.
I tell you what, give it a crack. It's so much faster paced than what you think. They've got the next bull loaded up as once old mate's got out. So you got one replay slow-mo of him coming off,
next one.
and then next bull in. It's just good to watch.
Yeah, I didn't mind it watching as a kid.
Well, you can just get all the replays straight on KO. So you just go through that season, and generally, I'll punch out a couple episodes when I'm feeling like it. Then I might not see it for a month.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this. So I don't mind my bull riding being a bit of a country lad.
Yeah. And
I know most people wouldn't know any famous bulls, but I know a few famous bulls. There's Asteroid, there's Bushwhacker, and there's a Hall of Fame for him. It's so cool. I saw this bull last night. It's only done 5 PBR rides. It's knocked off 3 of the blokes out of the 5. His name is Rank Frank.
Rank Frank.
I'll tell you what.
Hall of Fame worthy.
So when I'm going to be pro bull ride, it's kind of a weird sport where there's you can go kind of pick. Some people follow the bulls, some people follow the riders.
Yeah.
I prefer to follow my bulls.
There you go.
So keep an eye on Rank Frank, because he's feral. He mauled this guy, threw him off, and
what are these?
So a lot of bulls do their jump and spin.
Yeah.
And then you got these other bulls which it's sometimes to their detriment and sometimes helps them. They just go a bit rank and they're just jumping everywhere. He's feral, and he looks a lot like the Hall of Famer Bushwhacker, and he just jumps around. And he jumped that high and then spun, and it looked like that's where they can hurt. They can hurt himself, but also that's where they can fail to get the bull rider off. They get too awkward for himself and have to settle down. It looked like he was about to really buckle over on a leg, and he's just kicked into it and thrown him off, and then jumped on him.
Yeah, I don't think you'd see me do it many times.
Nah, I wouldn't do it. I'd love to watch it.
Speaking of random stuff and watching KO, shout out to Young Brooklyn.
What's he found?
He's sitting there, and I was just in between that Christmas and New Year period. We was looking for something to watch when you have a nap, and I was just scrolling through KO in between the test match and that, and found World Tag Championships.
How good! And they've got basically a play equipment set up. It's unreal.
Watching grown adults play chases, but the strength and core strength of these
they're athletes.
Athletes, they're just chucking their body around and they're flipping off stuff, and amazing, absolutely amazing. But
as a bit of a throwback to last week, how we were talking about kick-on sessions, funny shit to watch.
Yeah, big time.
He's gonna get him.
He's gonna get him. And it was weird. So if it escaped you, I think you're based on the tips.
Yeah, it's I think you only have so long to touch them.
Yeah, 20 seconds to touch them. Then if you don't get tipped, you get a point.
Yeah.
Then I think if I don't know how they worked it out. I think if you have to tag someone to get a point, so you want to be the tagger.
Yeah, I think it goes back and forth too, and I think they have teams, so that they've got escapees and taggers, and some blokes will do both.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll tell you what, I reckon it's got a market there. It's nowhere near big yet. I bet all of those blokes have jobs still, or at least most of them.
Like freak athletes, we're talking about just standing up and chucking backies. And
just cool sport. And it's also one of those sports, so I believe soccer and cricket are big internationally because it's low cost.
Yeah.
And you're not generally getting high impact hurt.
Yeah.
So big markets, like families willing to put their kids in it, low income families can put their kids in it.
Yeah.
Fuck, mate, everyone plays tag.
Everyone loves tag. Like I still play it to this day.
Imagine-
Especially, like even like walking between pubs, you've had like a backball.
You can be annoying.
You're
Like imagine, and you'll get interviews of like, oh yeah, I was playing tag in the playground in year 2, and I just knew I had something. I just knew I could take this further.
just knew it. But yeah, no, it's very viewer friendly. Let's put it that way.
Oh, it's another easy viewer.
Easy watch.
Yeah, and you get your little, you pick your favorite for the day.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I like this guy.
I want to go into the BBL,
Right.
but the first thing I want to bring up is the absolute mess that is their finals format. Do you know about it?
Isn't it 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3?
I'll show you. I couldn't even. They haven't changed it, but it's a mess.
Oh, I can understand that one.
So 1v2, and the winner of that goes.
Straight in.
Well, we won't even start from there. We'll start from the order they put it in. They have an elimination final, 4th v 5th.
Yeah. So it's like Group 9 rugby league.
Yeah.
Top 5. So
The-
one gets a week off.
Yeah, 4 v 5th. No, one doesn't get a week off. The next game is 1v2. Then the winner of 4 v 5th plays 3rd. Then the winner of 3rd,
Why's 3rd get a week off?
they don't really get a week off, they just get a little bit of time off. These are all just days after days, so it's probably all done within 2 weeks. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like to follow what I'm saying here, I reckon you probably got to look at the image. So 4 v 5th elimination.
Yeah.
The winner of that plays 3rd. The winner of 3rd v the previous winner plays the loser of 1v2. And then the winner of, they call that the challenge. So
Rightio.
the winner of that plays the winner of 1v1 in the final, 1v2 in the
So
final.
the winner of 4th v 5th plays 3rd. You go to the challenge. Winner of 1st goes 2nd, goes straight to the
Straight to the final.
final. And the loser of that game goes to the challenge by the looks of it. Am I looking at that right?
Yeah, and to get into the challenge, you have to win the game of 3rd v the knockout.
Yeah, 3rd versus elimination final.
Yeah.
Similar, same. So the way like Group 9 structured, so one has a week off, like so one would have the bye.
Yeah.
2v3
Yeah.
will play to get into the qualifying final. So like say if 2 beats 3rd,
Yeah.
next week they'll play 1 to get into the granny. So 3rd, so you have to come to the top 3. It's
Yeah.
cherry type stuff.
Yeah.
So 4th v 5th, loser goes home.
Yeah.
Winner of that game plays the loser out of 2v3. Then the week after, winner of 1 and 2 will go straight to granny. The loser will play the winner out of that next game. Know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they're doing the
Yeah.
exact
Yeah.
same
And
thing,
and
mate.
number 1 would play the winner of 4th and 3rd, 4th and 5th.
No, because that's an elimination.
Oh.
So they're out.
So how are you getting it down to?
So one has first week.
Oh yeah, they play the winner of the upper
so
final.
winner
Yeah.
of 2 and 3. That winner goes in the next week, plays 1.
You're just making it so much
Yeah.
fucking harder than it has to be.
Oh, well, that's the way you usually run 5. Like this is weird. What I'm looking at the 3rd sort of looks like it's the
Just don't run 5, 6
Yeah.
or 4.
yeah. I mean that, but like looks like here with the image here, you have to look it up. Everyone it looks like 3rd gets the advantage.
I would argue. So okay,
Still have to win 3 games from 3rd. But
from 3rd and 1st, both have to win their home final to get to the grand final.
there you go.
2nd has an away final to start with, and then when they lose that, I don't know. Actually, then I don't know if if once they lose, is the challenge a home final for them or an away?
Should be.
I don't
Should be.
fucking know.
No idea. Anyway,
It is a mess.
it is what it is, mate.
It's a fucking mess.
Look, you tuned in to episode 3 it's Sunday. It is what it is.
It's amazing. But yeah, I had a look at the ladder. Scorchers are it's got a bloody, they're way out in front, bud.
Yeah.
And then it's a pretty close middle field. So lucky 5 of the 8 teams are going. That's the other thing. So you could be,
top 4.
why are you going 5 of the 8? That's one of your losers.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought, I think I must have revamped it because I always thought it was top 4, 1v4, 2v3 winner, just go straight to the grand final. So then
Yeah, you top 2 have a second chance.
No.
Like in year 4. Oh, 1v4. Yeah, so you just got 3 games.
No, yeah, so 3 games. So
Yeah.
bang bang. But winners straight through.
Ugh.
That's what it used to be.
You got anything else with BBL?
Nah, I'm talking about Zampa and his main code.
Or actually, did have last night's game was good. The Melbourne Derby. If you
Yeah,
everyone
bits
wants to.
and pieces of it at the pub.
Well, Finch kind of
I seen I'll make it a 6 when I hit the roof.
they did that twice,
Yeah.
and then they still came back and won. Like, yeah, Stars lost.
There we go.
Yeah, Renegades won.
I know Renegades are in some trouble, but
Well,
semi-half.
So they had Finch on the mic up for the commentary, and it was really good. Like, I don't know that much about the next, like the tactical. Once you get to your tactical level of cricket, like all sports have like a tactical level. Once you get to that point, I don't really have that much. But you actually really got to hear him listen to how he's setting out his bowlers and then how he's setting out his field to try and trap batsmen into doing things. And they got like 3 wickets on based off what he was trying to do. So cool to listen to. But I want to go into the SA Test series.
Yep.
Flogged them, but too conservative with the test, which we talked about with in the Wednesday episode. But Warner got man of the series.
Look, I know it's narrative, 100th test, double time.
There's not a stat that reflects that he should have got it.
No, you look at like man of the series is people that take the game on and change the test match.
Yeah.
To me, it's Travie Head. Like, yeah, he had a couple of unconvincing scores, but when you got 175, one test match. One of them in Brisbane when the ball was just moving, it's like that bowling swing kings. That's how much the ball was. He came out and made like a rapid fire 97 or something, and he got out. Extra runs, like to me, Travie Head. He's also taken a few wickets.
I would have went Head or Smith.
Yeah.
I think, and he had a few bad performances, but he was about the most consistent over the series.
Yeah, Head easy.
Yeah,
but narrative wins, I think.
We are less than 2 months away from the NRL kicking off.
So excited. It's just starting to ramp up.
You know,
speaking of pre-season,
I've only just realised, because we're both excited, but I feel like you're a step ahead of me.
Yeah, because
look at your fucking team.
Chook's going to win the Coldar. Last time I checked, Sportsbet had it at $6, and that fucking opens. $6.
Who's leading? Is it still Panthers leading?
Yeah.
What are they at?
$4 or something. Let me get it up. It's an absolute steal, I think.
Yeah, but you've had a great team for 2 years and you've done well, but you haven't done to expectation.
Well, injuries has fucked us too. Like
yeah, that happens every year though, bud.
Yeah, I know.
And it seems to happen to the same teams every year. So maybe you need to look at your training methods.
Oh, right, yeah. Who did you sign this year? Yeah, that's right.
Not many. Not one. Not one. I think we re-signed Mary.
Yeah, putting out the centres. Yeah, not a coach, just playing.
Put the boots on, bro.
Put the boots on, bro.
Then AFL 2 weeks later. I think that's such a great marketing thing for the NRL, just getting to kick off. Because people, like a lot of people aren't like us where they sit around happy with the American sports. They're itching. Yeah. They're itching the whole off season. Yep. And to kick off 2 weeks earlier, I think it's a long time, but just earlier, just for the narrative and media side of it, helps so much.
Yeah, I'll give you the top 8 on Sportsbet right now.
Top 8.
So top 8, like grand final.
4 don't have a chance. Go on.
So Panthers $4.
Yep.
This astounds me because they've got no forward pack. But
I back them in for 3 in a row.
No. This astounds me. Storm $6.50.
Yeah, it's fine.
Roosters $7. Way overs. Load up.
That's Trey's red hot tip. Load up.
Then if we get to a premium, you can cash out for the same price anyway. So double whammy. Then you got the Bunnies at 10, Cowboys at 12, Sharks at 13, Parramatta at 14, and this rounds up the top 8. Broncos at $18.
Broncos ahead of the Dogs.
Yeah, Dogs are paying 23. Shout out Mr. Keel too. He's got a ticket from Hayden's Bucks. He's got a tab ticket. He loaded.
That's funny.
I know. Hopefully it's still.
Tell you what, $23, $10. You wouldn't miss it.
No, you wouldn't miss it. But he's got to find a ticket now when the Dogs.
Not the gamble responsibly and seek help if you need help.
Yeah.
All that.
Or you can also contact the gambling helpline 1-800-858-858 if you ever need support as well.
Is that just there, or did you just know that?
No, it's just there.
Is there something we need to talk about?
No, like they offer free counselling.
That's great.
And they can book you into seeing someone there to assist you with your punting habits if you do struggle in that department. Never bet outside your means and gamble responsibly. Everyone when we talk about it. So just got to clear that up.
We've all got struggles too, so it doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything less of you. Let's talk about though the red hot. What's red hot at the moment? A bit of NFL.
Oh, I thought you meant the Bronson Sherry's piece.
Actually, can you get me? They're playing right now as we talk. Get me a score. So I highlighted this before the game started,
Yeah,
but
same.
I had Niners over Seahawks.
Look, it's circled.
It's circled.
It's circled.
Sure. Hopefully my Niners have got through.
Last time I checked, Seahawks are winning.
Last time I checked, Niners were winning.
So now it's final. So bye Seattle. 41-23.
Yes. Brock Purdy, mate.
Brock Purdy.
Belichick's going to trade for him.
Here we go. Purdy, 18 from 30, 332 passing yards, 3 passing TDs, and you also rushed one in.
I think he threw an interception as well.
No interceptions.
Oh, must have got called back.
Deebo Samuel, E. Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's settled in there so well.
He's looking good.
They're my Super Bowl pick. I think the NFC takes it.
I'll tell you what though, like Seattle.
Bills Dolphins kicked off.
What is it? No, it's
Not yet.
Jags.
Is it Jags Chargers today?
Jags Chargers.
They kicked off.
The phone's just playing up, right? It's 10-0 to the Chargers. Also, like
Hey.
Yeah, I've got Chargers too. The Chargers also just like the phone's slow playing up because I couldn't charge this morning because of fucking power outage on a fucking Sunday in January, middle of the heat. Like
Australian, and it's just
Australian
kicked in.
It's
Our
like,
heat's just kicking in.
Like we're out the back here now, and I'm starting to work up a bit of sweat. But like that sun beams on our house all day.
Yeah,
no aircon.
straight
Three
in.
little kids nursing a hangover. You just want TV time, tablets, just take the edge so that ringing stops from the night before. Can't do none of it. Like do it during the week.
I noticed when I walked in, I noticed unhappy vibes. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on here? No power. And my first thought is, it sucks for you guys. It sucks. It's an inconvenience for you guys. But my first thought is like, that suburb has a lot of elderly people around. Like, you're fucking taking their aircon off in the middle of January.
Exactly. And like houses do get hot. You don't realise how blessed we are to have aircon.
And like,
you don't have it.
It's only for the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only for the day.
So it could have been only for the night.
But 9 to 3.
But I'm saying, it could have been only for the night.
Yeah.
Schedule it for nighttime works.
You know what I mean?
City council, mate.
That's just my bitch for the day. Like,
Yeah.
there's no fucking smarts about it whatsoever. Book it during. If you're doing a 9 to 3, I don't care the hours. Why couldn't they just wait till supposedly Monday?
Yeah, the Sundays are fucking weird, man.
Maybe those workers think it's fucking Monday because their calendar's out. Maybe
those Sparkies up on the fucking telehandlers are on fucking probably $300 an hour, Sunday double time and a half.
How would they know it's Sunday?
I'm sure.
Get out episode 3.
My head's I can't go back there. My head's spinning. So then we got Bills, Dolphins. Who's your pick?
Oh, no Tua, no Finn. So Bills all day, baby.
Yeah, I think Dolphins have done well for the year, but you can't go into this without your quarterback and take on the Bills.
Yeah, overachieved this year. I think it's a season win, especially like sophomore year, second year to new like Tyreek coming over as well. They had some concussion troubles.
Yeah,
good record. Like I think there's a lot to come out.
Oh, great! And they're a new young great coach.
Yeah.
His name escapes me,
Mike
but you know,
Daniels.
Yeah,
he's absolutely love watching his interviews.
No, sorry. The injured player for Bills.
Oh yeah, DeMar Hamlin.
He's going to be at the game.
Yeah, I've seen during
He's
the
out
week.
of hospital.
He's out of hospital doing well. So yeah,
shout out to him.
Well,
he had a little charity thing that he thought like might get like 100-200 grand. It's at 3.5 million.
Wow, amazing power of the people.
That's it.
Power of the people.
Yeah, I think, I'm glad my Patriots lost to the Bills last week. Otherwise, we'd be running into them again this week. And I think they're going to be a fucking buzzsaw. Bengals, Ravens. I'll go for the AFC, then we'll go in.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Bengals, Ravens?
Well, for all my research, I don't think Lamar's playing.
No.
I'm still going to tip Bird Gang out of loyalty.
Oi!
Because I can't back against the own school.
Loyalty or brain?
Well, brain says Bengals.
Yeah.
No, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think Bengals get
I
through,
think Bengals get through, but I'm tipping the Ravens just because I'm not like you and back against my own team.
which would give us a Bengals Bills divisional.
That'd be a cracking game too.
It will. And if the scores stand up and Chargers continue through with Jags, we'll have a KC Chargers, which is a divisional showdown. And four
Should be a
great
shootout.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, should be a shootout. And that's what we're saying. I think at first, first talk about the NFL and our tips. AFC is stacked.
And it could be to their detriment. They're going to have this, like, I don't think the divisional round for Philly and Niners is going to be that hard. I think these slog matches the AFC is going to go through, the one that gets to the Super Bowl is going to be buggered.
Yeah.
They get 2 weeks off, but still, war's war.
Like what we're saying, Eagles or the Niners, like,
got a real chance.
got a real chance.
But the only thing is they both play physical, so if it comes to that they're in their NFC Championship, they're going to beat each other up anyway.
Yeah, so you're still going to win it all. Anyway.
That's you got to be down today, like my boy TB12 still has a chance.
And he still can come back and get there. Like,
steal another one.
Like he'd steal another one. Like I've seen someone like post, I think it was on the NFL pages, B pages, had a picture of him like with his rings up. And it's like that time of the year, he's coming in at 8 and 9 and it's still a Super Bowl issue. Just because how competitive the AFC is. Realistically, he's just got to beat either the Niners or the Eagles.
Well, he's 4, and you'd think that would not be. I think Giants do the Vikings.
Same.
So
$2.34.
they'd be the lowest seed, so they play Philly. So no, he'd probably have to beat Niners and Philly.
Yeah,
which is a tough road.
Never know though. But from the last game I watched all the time, him and Mike were just carving up.
Anyway, we'll try not to do too much foresighting too far in the future because nothing goes. Like, one of these games is going to go against us. I wouldn't be surprised if T Law comes back and leads a comeback against the Chargers. Vikings could stand up against the Giants if they play as good as they can win. But it's just will they? And Dak could knock him out. Which, to be honest, if Dak wants another contract, he probably has to win this game.
Like historically, like
too many one and dones for the Cowboys.
But Tom Brady.
So why don't we'll start there with NFC. We'll go Bucks Cowboys.
Well, I'll circle the Bucks.
I've actually circled the Cows. It's too much one and done. They have to do this.
Have to do it. Well, I think Tom TB12 stands up. And like I said
I'd love to.
Like I said, the one of my mates, a Cowboys supporter, what was it, last week, who they play?
They play.
Who was it in week 18?
Shit, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, who did they play in person?
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, we digress. But I think I picked them to get done.
Oh, but last week they pulled their team at halftime.
Yeah.
Because they were scoreboard watching.
But still, stat line didn't.
No, it doesn't help.
Their O-line was better in the second half. But yeah, I just can't trust Dak and Big Mike in big games.
No, and unfortunately they got the runs on the board that they can't be trusted.
Like you look at last year's playoff where how they got exited, like there's no clock management, which is all coach QB.
Oh, that slide.
That's when they done the QB sneak. It worked 14 yards, but you had no timeouts. You needed to be throwing the ball out or running out.
You need to slide 2 yards earlier. It's just you need to know what you can take and what you can't take.
So yeah, and the O-line didn't get up just to spike the ball, like game over.
Vikings Giants. I think we're both calling the Giants.
Yeah, I want the Giants.
I see the Vikings they're not their record.
No, I think they've overachieved this year.
You can look at. I haven't looked up to date, but even just a couple of weeks ago, where they had like 6 more wins than they had losses, they were still negative because all their wins are 1-score wins, and they've been pumped.
Blown out, like even Green Bay Packers
blew off
the park the other day.
And they're not even in the playoffs.
They're not even in the playoffs, but like it was a big game, like knock out Aaron Rodgers, then divisional game too, and put up that performance. I just don't think they have it.
Yeah.
Like great year.
It'd be nice to see the Giants doing well after a long time as well. Maybe fella.
And Big DJ's got some Eli vibes about him, but
yeah, he can run too.
I know he's got legs.
He's got legs. and Niners Seahawks. We both picked the Niners, and we were right with some great stats.
Get on, boys. We tipped that one well.
I didn't when they went to this 17 format. I didn't know how they work it because it's a prime number, not only odd. But I really like it. I like that one gets a better benefit than two.
Yeah,
Like I don't like all these ones where it's 1 and 2 get the same benefit. Well, one's the winner. Like you won, you should get a better benefit. And they get the best benefit.
It is an unreal season. Same as Kansas City as well, losing Tyreek Hill. I didn't think they'd be so successful.
And then
their genuine gun.
Like 2 get the benefit of playing 7. 7 should be a beatable team. So it's like you got to play, but you should win that.
Yeah. But,
I just think it works really well.
Every dog on its day, but
every dog on its day.
Every dog on its day.
What's our Bills, Dolphins. Every dog on its day, but they might have a tough day.
I think it's going to be a tough day in the office with Bin, unfortunately.
I looked at the basketball playoffs. I didn't realise how bad we'll be watching AFL and NRL by then.
It's usually about June, July.
Jeez. And then because they got 7-game series, it takes forever.
So I think back into April, the playoffs start. Back into April. So that's the 1v8, both conferences. They funnel down 1v8. They've added the play-in tournament too now.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9, 10 play the series to establish who comes 7th and 8th. Then they roll into the 1v8, 2v7.
I know.
But that's a series of 3.
I know they don't have to train as much, but like if you could pick a sport, if you got this, this theoretical people go through, like if you got to pick a sport to be a pro at, basketball would be one of my last. It's just too busy.
82 game regular season plus 7-game series.
And it's like what, 2/3 of the year. So you get like not the whole point, but one of the best things if you were a professional sportsman is the amount of time you get to just live your life. Like,
they don't have much. It's go time over there, so they earn their money in my book. So if they're asking for 250 mil contracts over 4 or 5 years, they deserve it because it's time away from family. A lot of it's on the plane with the boys,
it's enjoyable by all means.
Oh yeah,
but if you got to pick, I wouldn't pick basketball, and I won't ask because I reckon that's actually a great topic we can have one day for a chat episode.
Yeah.
What you do and why. Yeah, that'd be cool. Any other sports, bud?
Nah, not much coming up. Oz Open starts Monday.
I won't be watching.
They're not a fan thing.
Nah, not tennis. And a lot of they come off as all right, and a lot of the pros and they even talk about it, but it's just because it's such a selfish game. I think a lot of them are pretty big magoos.
There you go. I like the king, but
Kyrgios ain't bad. And they reckon he could be really competitive up there with the world's best if he trained.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He's just a knockabout.
He just goes,
he's just there.
I'm already earning millions and living my life. Why would I ruin my life for a few more millions?
Can't argue with that one.
It's a great point. Yeah. It is an unreal point.
It's just being a tour player on the PGA Tour as well.
It's a very Australian point as well, isn't it? Like, I'm doing well enough.
Right.
King. He had a lot of hate for a long time, and since he started playing relatively consistently, I think people have just warmed up to him.
Kid can play.
Kid can play.
Can play.
Well, bud, for that sport talk. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm off to betting this week. I'd throw, just with the playoffs, I feel like teams change their game plan. But if you got multis, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, so I'll rack in 3. So one of them was going to be on the Niners, but we missed that jump.
Do you have the stats? We can because the multi.
Yeah, I got it here.
Well, we can see if it did all right.
Oh no, I did. I actually didn't even write it in. No,
so you don't have it.
I thought you meant these ones.
No, yeah, give us the ones you got coming up.
So the ones got coming up.
Jump on this, guys. Trade knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. No, remember, gamble responsibly. If you need help, 1-800-858-858. So first multi, I've had a look at the Giants Vikings because I think there's a bit of value there in that game.
Righto.
I've gone Giants 1-13.
Yep.
Win, so tight win. We've got first quarter tie, $4. I'm expecting I don't know. I think they might come out and start slow, so we're looking like a touchdown each or 3-6 all. That's what I reckon.
Yep.
Gone Saquon anytime.
Yep. Yeah. You reckon long distance or?
Nah, probably just bully his way over the line.
I reckon he gets more than 20.
There you go. Then I've got DJ. So Daniel Jones over 200. He's in the alternate passing yards too. So over 200 passing yards. alternate rushing yards. I've got Saquon to rush for more than 40 plus.
Yep.
Then I've got Adam Thielen, 25 plus reception yards for the Vikings.
Yeah, if DJ throws for over 200, Adam Thielen's got to do 25.
Yeah, it doesn't play for the Vikings.
I have mixed that up.
Yeah.
I have mixed.
He's a big tight end.
Yeah.
So that there, all that is going to give you $40, 25 cents.
Can I give you me one? I don't like it.
It's the quarter.
It's the quarter
It
draw.
was $4. I was like,
Yeah. So you come back to $10 without it.
big time.
Here's why, and it's not that it won't happen, it could very well happen. But I don't like ones where sometimes your control's taken away from you. So it could be a draw a minute into the second quarter because the team just wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
Because the quarter time doesn't matter. Whereas if you're looking at halftime, like you got to push for the score or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get you, but juicy. Juicy.
So where you guys don't mind your with the NRL, you don't mind your like first score under or over 8 minutes.
Yeah, you're doing right
like
that.
You're ruining your bet within 8 minutes of the game.
Shout out to Beery. Loves it.
Yeah, she loves them.
Loves it. Under 8 minutes.
Under 8. And then I watched to get a few of them, so I chuck one on. My whole multi's gone in 8 minutes.
Yeah. I tell you, I used to slap all the time. I'm like, oh, heaps of wings are scoring. First goal, first try, not converted, $2.20.
Yeah.
But then you get some absolute snipers like your Mitchy Moses, your Adam Reynolds, who just
some blokes are automatic.
just there goes your multi first try of the game.
No, I like to build multis where they're live to the last minute.
Yeah, well, you're a reasonable smart better. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what, this could be all done in the first quarter.
This could be load up again. What's next game?
The next game, I looked at the Bills, Fins, and I've gone Bills 14 plus. I've got Joshy Allen and Dawson Knox, anytime touchdown scorers. Then I've run that into Gabe Davis over 25 reception yards, Diggs over 40 plus reception yards. These are all alternate lines.
Yeah.
Allen over 25 plus rushing yards and Allen pass over 200 yards. Bit needs to happen.
What's your price?
$15.
Yeah, bit needs to happen.
It needs to happen, but
if the Bills come out as a buzzsaw,
run through all, take the game early, we look all right. Then for all the games, then the last multi, I've just gone a touchdown score a multi.
Yeah.
So I did have George Kittle in it, but didn't put it on because the game was already on. So I've cancelled him out. Didn't score, thank God. But I've gone Evan Ingram.
Yep. Giant.
And Jags.
He was a Giant, sorry. Yep.
Gone him. Josh Allen anytime, Saquon Barkley anytime, T. Higgins, and then Mike Evans. I'll give you $140.01.
That's it. Then you got like 4 anytime touchdown scores. 5. You got $140.
Well, Mike Evans was paying $3.15 anytime. That's what I looked this morning. Steal.
If Tom wins, Mike scores.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just easy money.
Shit, that's not bad. I don't think it happens, but it's not bad. It's like 5 touchdowns, like it's like $140.
I know, $140. Sneaky $5.
You see, you'd be on blokes in their bet slips.
Yeah.
See blokes that just throw stupid money at it. I assume they must be living different lives to us.
Oh, I'm guessing so, because what's really getting like I get upset with is I see a lot of the blokes in the bet slips that are like, oh, NBA player doubles is where it's at. That's where it's always at. So I'm like, rightio. And you see everyone on there that's just smashing the doubles, like Luka Doncic to get a triple double, CJ McCollum 28 plus points, New Orleans to win and shit like that. And it's just green ticks everywhere. And blokes are loading up $20, $50, turn it back about 10K. And you're like, what can I do?
But even the blokes like on a $6 bet putting $500 on, it's like, but if I'm doing $500, it better be $1.10.
Yeah, but in saying that, I've lost on $1.10.
Yeah, I assume their bank accounts must look very different to ours.
It must be.
If that's your disposable income, I hope it is anyway. Because I look like there's people say this is a trick or that's the trick. At the end of the day, there's no trick. The smartest bloke in the room is the bloke taking the bet.
Oh, big time. The house always wins all big time.
That's it. Well, that's sport talk for
this week.
We'll call it Wildcard Weekend. We'll name it after the NFL.
Well, also back in sport talk.
That's not sport talk.
I tell you what's an absolute farce. It's such a disappointment.
Hit me.
There's been no scandals this NRL preseason.
Yet.
Yeah, that's good. But the only thing that's blown up is the Gobbo thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And Caleb Ponga playing 6.
You need a scandal that's external to the game.
Yeah.
You need I play an RL, but this has got nothing to do with an RL scandal.
Like one fellow like asleep in a garden bed outside the pub or something.
Yeah, or something way worse.
Well, within reason.
Within reason. We don't want to hurt anyone or get anyone in trouble or ruin any lives. But a good NRL scandal.
It just shows.
It is what it is.
Shows the boys, like, especially like social media platforms and things like that. Everyone's got a camera on their phone. They're making better decisions. So yeah, good work to the boys.
Oh, if that's how you want to look at it, sure, yeah. Good work to the boys. We don't want scandals.
We don't want scandals. It's good look to the game, and everyone baits on it now, like because you see it.
That was the thing with, because everyone's saying it on the moment, Munster and Cheese. What a prick of a bloke with the camera out. Why is your camera out?
Yeah. So yeah.
I hope he's never talked to him again.
Yeah. Very, very odd.
Like,
anyway,
if he's your mate, you should be supportive. And if you're just happy to be there because he's famous, then you should be appreciative.
But yeah.
No scandals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be putting, and you never, sometimes by the time you hear about it, it's an old scandal.
Yeah. Well, typical media, that could have been 16, but they're just waiting before trials to throw some kids' heads. Or even round 1, you know what I mean? That's how they usually work.
What was your take on the Tyrone May whole debacle?
Which one?
Where he threw that bloke for did he take his phone? The whole Nathan Cleary, Tyrone, sorry. Taylor May, yeah. What was your take on that?
I didn't really read too much into it. Because I think old mate was just trying to take pictures and just being a bit of a pest, so he sort of just got in the way. Is that right?
Yeah, but then he just took the getting in the way a bit too physically far.
Yeah.
But I just feel sometimes, yes, they're role models and they're in the public eye, but you don't need to always bring in you don't need to punish their career for something they've done outside of their career. The law's already punished them. Imagine if I did a misdemeanor and got punished by the cops, and then my job was like, oh, we're gonna punish you as well. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's just we are fans of the game. Like they deserve their downtime too. Celebrating their premiership.
Yeah, and
there's time and place as spectators, fans. Like you gotta have that bit of like internal respect, you know. Like, yeah, go say good day, take your photo, but don't be just pestering.
And also, know what sport, like, it was like that bloke at the cricket where all the kids are trying to get signatures and there's one random bloke's like trying to dive in there for signatures. It's just like, just let the kids be.
Yeah, just let the kids get there.
What does a signature mean to you? Nothing, because it means probably a year to that kid.
Oh, probably I went to the cricket and Zams saw me back.
Yeah.
My leg spin from now on, you know?
Yeah. Flogs, mate.
Yeah.
Let's go get another stadium hot dog.
Yeah. Hot dog. Stadium dogs.
Stadium dogs.
No, the El Chapo dog. That's what.
You did remember. I looked at it. I said to Ori, I said, they're jalapenos? He goes, yeah. I'm like, nah.
El Chapo and the stadium dog.
Would have burnt me in half.
Yeah.
I'll stick with me sausage rolls. Was it you that looked at me because I had the beer in one hand and sausage roll in the other? Goes, how are you going to open that? And I've just smacked the bottom of the sausage roll and it's come out of the wrapper.
No way around a roll.
Not my first sausage roll.
Good man.
Right, we'll call that sport talk.
Sport talk.
Well, I don't know how regular sport talk will be, but it'll be when there's sport to talk about, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I dare say it'll increase during the NRL season.
Oh, for sure. Like, follow, subscribe, guys. Catch us.
Doodles.